my peeps, mi gente. Welcome to a brand new week, Monday. And thank you for joining me on, it's hot over here in the Coachellavalley over here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to make this your Monday a little bit better, educational for sure. That's all I'm trying to do, educational. I ain't here for clout. If it comes, it comes. Smoke, yeah, I'm built for smoke, so I ain't tripping. But I'm here to pretty much educate you, and hopefully you guys could take my words, or some of you guys could take my words and use them to life, because I dealt with a lot of behaviors, and well, I'll get into that later. But thank you for joining me on another discourse of the Orti. Those that don't know the Orti, it's an intellectual circle. And I still got to give my primo, man. He hit me up last time about a shirt, because I think it was my second episode of the Orti, and I said, hey, whoever, I asked my viewers, I didn't think I had a lot of viewers that day, but I asked my viewers that day if anybody can tell me what the Orti means. I give them a free Rabia shirt of my book. My primo, he was listening, and he got it right. He goes, yeah, the intellectual circle. And I, all right, I'll get you a shirt. And he seen me the other day, and he's like, hey, I still want my shirt. So I got you, primo, don't trip. Let me sell a couple more books, and I got you. But yeah, thank you for joining me on MT Radio, Facebook, YouTube. Share, like. Let's get this Orti going. It's Monday, like I said. This past weekend, I had a blessed weekend. Chilled, I hope everybody had a good one too. If not, put it all to the side and let's go. The past is the past. Look forward. Always look forward. There's always light out. It's probably cliche and cheesy, but there's always light on the other side of the tunnel. Let me get this going real quick. Yeah, but send me any. Like I said, I always say, send me any questions of previous Orti's discourses, anything, and even the topic that I'm gonna talk about right now. Those that don't know, I put it on my story like probably 15 minutes ago. We're gonna be talking about enemy, or enemy. When I mean enemy, it could be a friend, a family member, a spouse, anything. Can that person be trusted again? Can a person be trusted? I mean, there's quotes, there's books that I read, and those that know me and that been listening to the Orti, I read a lot of. I'm into mnemonic books, which means mental books, and self-help books about behaviors, characters, and there's different types. There's some saying, yes, they could be trusted again, and there's some that, well, like Robert Greene, he on his Law 15, I think, he said, crush your enemy totally. Pretty much saying like, that if somebody betrays you or to a degree, you gotta destroy them totally, meaning like they never existed. Don't take my words like, oh, destroy, kill, or terminate, nothing like that. I'm saying like, just don't mess with that person at all. Just pretend that person don't exist. So I mean, there's different types. So if you guys, I'm pretty sure we all went through some kind of betrayal by a close one, a close friend. I have many times. I mean, I think we all did. I mean, nobody's exempt from that fact. So those that have an experience or want to chime in their experience or opinion, hey, I'm listening. Send your comments, and and we'll dig into it. We'll dissect it. And like I said, hopefully you can learn a little bit from my experience and what I read, and use it to your knowledge and put it in your arsenal, because it's crazy out there. But yeah, MT Radio. We're on MT Radio, YouTube. On YouTube, just search the Orti. I'll be on there. I could really use your views, comments, and whatnot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you haven't been living under a rock, you know what happened this past weekend. There was a assassination attempt on President Trump, or the ex-President Trump. And I don't know. As soon as I seen it, me thinking, I read a lot about politics and whatnot, how conniving it can be. It's a game. Politics is a game. And people do anything for votes, to put smut on their opponent. Well, I mean, look what we're seeing. We see it all the time. Opponents just putting dirt on them. If they could find any kind of dirt, they're gonna put it out there about their opponent. So it's a dirty game. So when I heard about it and I seen it, I quickly thought it was a political plot that they were all into, and I was gonna talk about that, but we'll talk about it later. But just saying, and now look, things are coming out more. Those that are seeing on TikTok that if they're saying if specialists, gun specialists are saying if a bullet would have got that close to his ear, his whole face would have kind of, even by a graze, that it would have destroyed half of his face. So don't be surprised, man, if start hearing it was a plot, and just because now look, you see all these, him being a straight warrior and holding up, hands up, I mean, it's the perfect plot. And now he was selected as a nominee, president, Republican nominee. So, I mean, don't be blind, man. You think there's coincidence, or they think you're just acts, but be keen, man. And I ain't paranoid about it or nothing like that, but I just see things, I more differently. Anyways, but I was gonna talk about my books, cause my fourth one's coming out. It's gonna come out in a couple weeks. Rabia, book 4. Right now I don't got a title for it. I think I'm gonna do USA, kind of the title, but it's almost done. The modifications are done now. It's going through the process. It's good, It's about, like I said, it's about an army hero who was betrayed by his country and is struggling, and next crosses road with a mob boss who is struggling for power, and they combine, and it's just good. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I was going to talk about book 1 and lead up to the the grand display of my 4th book. But as I was home, I was watching a show, Games of Thrones. Those that don't know, we're big, and in our household, we're big followers. We're big Game of Thrones fan, and I was watching it, and there was a quote that was said by, I ain't even gonna say his name because I don't want to look like a geek or anything like that, and people might not even know who he is, and not many, But there was a quote by a guy there who's pretty much the puppet. He's not strong or anything, but he's a puppet. He's just moving pieces, and that's why I like that show, because it's not just strength and an army that is winning battles. It's these guys with their mind that are playing tricks, planting routes in different people, in different leaders, seducing them, and he's just watching it all play out. So this guy, I was watching it, and he said this quote right here that's pretty powerful, man. And I think I could strongly dig it. I could relate to it, and it's something I think we should exercise and follow. So the quote is, "Everyone is your enemy, and everyone is your friend. Every series of events is happening," meaning life. "Live that way, and nothing will surprise you. Everything that has happened is something that you've seen before." So let me dissect that right there a little bit. Starts off with everyone is your enemy and everyone is your friend. So saying that's how you should approach every person that comes into your life. I mean, to your discreet, to your way, you know what I mean? I ain't saying be paranoid about everybody, but to your, I mean, depending, you got to know your situation. So everyone is your enemy and everyone is your friend. Every series of events is happening. So it's already happening, whatever, somebody approaches you, everything, life is happening already. Live that way and nothing will surprise you. So it's saying if you're treating this person like an enemy and friend, whatever happens, it ain't gonna surprise you. Whatever that person does, it's not gonna surprise you. It's not gonna surprise you because you already see him or him, her, whatever. You already see him, her doing enemy stuff or friend stuff. So it's not gonna surprise you. That's why it says everything that has happened is something that you've seen before. Excuse me. So saying it's not going to surprise you, whatever that person does. Damn, excuse me. And I think I heard that and I was like, oof, paused it. Like I said, when I come up with something, an inspiration, and maybe somebody's going through that right now, and it's the universe telling me, hey, you need to. And then I jumped in the shower and, oh my God, once I get a inspiration on something, like the floodgates open of ideas, oh my God. And I was taking a shower and because I already had this quote in me and I was like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna talk about. And then so much subjects, things I read, quotes I know, stories, history, just started coming to head about enemy, about the subject. And I wish I had a damn notepad right there in the shower before I forgot, or I forget. And so I showered and I just got out and I just started writing everything that was flooding, all the floodgates, all the inspiration, that because I think we all, experience this. We all have enemies. We all have somebody who, and like I said, an enemy could be someone who betrayed you, someone who, went astray in a relationship, family member. It could be anybody. Everybody experienced it. So maybe that's why I said maybe the universe was like, you need to talk about this. So, and I put it on my story before coming in. Can an enemy be trusted again? And like I said, there's different. I'm gonna be talking about different philosophies about and history that actually happened of people trusting an enemy, how it became an advantage to them, and then some that also just totally not messing with that enemy, and they also came with an advantage. So I guess to your discretion, however your situation is, however, it's to your discretion. I mean, however you want to play it out. So, and then I started writing all kinds of quotes and things, not things, but stories of actually events that happen from an enemy, from a betrayer, from a friend, from a family member. And these are true stories, so it's not something I'm just coming up with. What I talk about, I have foundation on. It might not sound correct or to your degree, but what I talk about, there's foundation. I always, like I said, those that already listen to me, I'm a big thing about foundation. That's why I'm a big fan of Robert Greene's book, and because he writes his opinion, but he also has foundation for that. It's just like in court, like I said, in trial, if you got foundation, you can speak on something. If you can't, then it gets thrown out. The judge won't even allow it in trial. So that's foundation. So I got foundation. I'm talking about it because I have facts that happen in history, and I mean, me too. I mean, shit, I'm a stat on that. I've been betrayed. I've been cheated. So I could speak on it. I think we all can speak on it. So yeah, those listening, let me know. Can an enemy be trusted? Comment, and I'll read the comments and we can dissect it. So while you guys do that, listen, and I'll be talking about more about this. So I also have, the first one I talked about is everyone is your enemy and everyone is your friend. So treat everybody like that, and nothing's going to surprise you. The outcome's not going to surprise you, and it's not going to affect you because you already knew what was happening. Okay. How about this one? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. How do you guys feel about that one? Can you trust, say your enemy, can you trust the enemy of my enemy is my friend? So you know what I mean? It's a little tongue twister, but I think it's self-explanatory. Can you trust? Can he be your friend? The enemy of your enemy. Yeah. Can he be your friend? You could see it like, I'm kind of like in between it, because he could be my friend because he's with me, and then I could see it like, wait, he could probably, that enemy could also do the same to you. So knowing the history, like, wait, doing this for a purpose. So he ain't loyal or she ain't loyal because they're looking for an advantage. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's good. It's a good strategic advantage right there. So there's that. That's another one. Or here's a famous one. Those that seen Scarface, the movie, even rappers quote it a lot. You hear it pretty much everywhere. I even heard John Cena say it a couple times. But it actually came from the movie Scarface with Al Pacino. I think so. Oh no, from Godfather. Yeah, Godfather, but it was Al Pacino. He says, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. How do you guys feel about that one? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. That's kind of walking on thin ice right there. But I don't know. How do you guys see about that one? Me personally, it's an advantage. to have, but along as, for me, along as that enemy don't know that I'm his enemy, or that, we're in conflict, then I think it's good, because you know what this person's is doing, everything, the advantages and whatnot. And so, but you keep your friends, and it says keep your friends close but your enemies closer. So I don't know how you guys feel about that one. I think so. It's good to know what your enemy is doing, whatever, plotting. It's good to know. That's an advantage. But I think only if you guys don't know if you guys are really enemies, or maybe he's doing the same thing to you. So you got to know the whole situation about it. If he knows you're an enemy too, then it ain't gonna work, because both of you guys are gonna be pretty much just playing the game. So there's even what is this? It's like a saying that says, "God, protect me from my friends. I can take care of my enemies." God, protect me from my friends. I can take care of my enemies. That's a good one too. You're asking God to protect you from your friends, because you don't know your friends' intentions. You don't know what their motives are. They might be your friends, but there's a motive. So it's saying, like, God, protect me from my friends. You know when an enemy, your enemy. Oh, okay. I got to stay away from that person. That person did me wrong one day, or I know the type of person he is. So to stay away from that person. But your friend, you don't know. You don't know what's the motive. He or she is trying to come up somewhere in your possessions, relationship. I've seen that before. They want your partner, or we all know that. We all been through that too. I've been through it. I ain't ashamed to say it. We all went through that. We were all that. We had that attractive partner, and your so-called friends start hitting them up. And a real one will tell you. A real partner will tell you, like, hey, so-and-so is hollering at me or getting at me. A real partner will tell you. So, but I say, if that happens, don't be sad or depressed of the so-called loss. I celebrate, man. Celebrate to that, because they took that disease away. They exposed it before you probably invested a lot in that. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, be happy about it, that they, whatever. It was exposed and it's gone. Hey, and believe me, it won't work between that couple. Why? Because it's always going to go through their head. Oh, if he or she did this, what makes you think not going to happen there? So that's called a guilty conscience. So yeah, God protect me from my friends. I can take care of my enemies. So yeah, you gotta just be careful. And and now it's getting to experiences, like I said, foundation to these things. Those that read the Bible, Cain and Abel. Those that don't know who Cain and Abel is, and we're talking about the Bible here, not me just saying things. This is the Bible, the biggest book, the most popular book in the world for centuries, and it's still, there's a story of Cain and Abel, twin brothers. And I think, if I'm correct, Cain killed the brother out of jealousy, envy. And there's so much in the Bible about enemies. Look at that was straight blood. Look what his blood did. Look what rage and jealousy made him do. And godly people at that time. They were godly people. Cain and Abel, twins. Cain killed his brother out of jealousy, out of envy. It's in the New Old Testament. Check it out, man. It's a good story. That's foundation right there. That's history. That actually happened. And that's a straight brother. And it talks, like I said, in the Bible, it talks a lot about that. That your biggest enemy could be your brother. That's pretty deep. And these are coming from prophets, disciples of God. And they speak from God. So God knew that, hey, your biggest enemy could be your brother. But there's also, there's this quote or verse in the Bible that says, what does it say? Put water on your enemy's head rather than anger him. Something like that. So it's saying, if somebody harms you or something, don't try another method. So it's saying pouring water, cooling his hotness, So saying instead of returning out of anger, just be, what? It's okay. Be nice. And it's saying it'll turn around. I don't know. I can't say I ever experienced something like that. I'm trying to think. No, because I always I was, a hothead. Somebody does harm to me, I'm gonna let them know. I was like that. So I can't say, this, whenever I got harmed and said, you know what, here, no, it's okay, I think, I don't know, we should all be like that, or I don't know, however, but like I said, I was a hothead, so I just acted rationally about it, So, Norma, she says, we forgive, but don't forget. Yeah, that's good. We forgive, but don't forget. Man, I read a quote about that too. There was another interesting quote about that. Yeah, we forgive, but don't forget. But, I don't know. But can you still be cool with that person after you forgive? Or forgive. Can you still rekindle that relationship you guys had? That's what I'm saying. Can it be trusted again? So I believe that too. I'll forget, but I won't. I'll forgive, but I won't forget. Of course. Yeah, I'm a strong believer in that. But can it be trusted again? That's what I'm saying. Can you trust it again? Can you rekindle it? Or you were like that. So that was a good one. Thanks, Norma. Gracias for that. See? Boom. That's what we're doing. Knowledge. So Cain and Abel, that was a true story right there. Julius Caesar and Brutus. It's another timeless experience also that actually happened in history. Julius Caesar was the emperor of Rome, and Brutus was his right-hand man. And I ain't talking about Brutus, Popeye, man. Everybody, you know what I mean? I say Brutus, people, that's Popeye's enemy? No, Julius Caesar and Brutus. Brutus, that was his name. Maybe that's where they got Popeye's character Brutus from, because he was the enemy of Popeye. Anyways, so Julius Caesar was the emperor of Rome, and Brutus, his right hand man, stabbed him in the back. Turned around and stabbed him in the back, killed him. So that's like they're saying in history that's the biggest, like when they talk about betrayal, that's the biggest betrayal there is, you know. So if you ever if someone calls you a Brutus, then take it offense, because they're saying you're a backstabber. So yeah, so that's an experience that happened, a real experience right there. And like I said, Robert Greene, the writer of 48 Laws of Power, he has two laws that talks about enemies, and they kind of conflict. Law 14 is pose as a friend, work as a spy. So that's like saying of your enemy, if your enemy is somebody you know that's gonna do harm to you or anything like that, then act like a friend, but know where that person stands. You know, I mean, if you can do that, that's good. I can't. Personally, I can't. If I don't fuck with you, if I don't have trust in you or anything like that, I can't have you in my circle. I can't. You know, it's difficult. For me, it's difficult. You know, knowing that, oh man, this guy's capable or of doing all this, or she's capable of all this. I can't. You know, I wish. Yeah, I think it's an advantage if you could, but I don't know. I think maybe my pride. I have too much pride in that. You know, like disloyalty is very it's very treacherous for me. So maybe to you guys to a person, yeah, pose as a friend, to know that, you know, but work as a spy. So, you know, act like a friend, but just know their moves, their maneuvers, to know their moves and maneuvers. I don't know who could relate to that. If people, you know, wanna go with that law. So, and then he also has Law 15, crush your enemy totally. So saying like once I'm like that. Once someone kind of betrays me or something like that, I don't even want to mess with that person no more. Or I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on the situation too. But I know I won't. It can't be rekindled. Whatever the relationship is, it can't be rekindled. For me, it can't, because it's always in the back of your head, always. So if you can crush, you know, I'm like that. If somebody does, I'm good. I'm straight. Just so I don't have to deal with then watch my back or worry about confessions or anything I said be exposed, you know, because you don't know. It's the enemy. You know, I also got the famous, I think one of the famous quotes of this generation, or some, you know, a cheater is always a cheater. Is that true? A cheater is always a cheater. I've been, like I said, I've been cheated. I cheated too. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't know. I don't know where that. I guess it depends on your situation, your relationship. How long has it been going in a marriage? I seen marriages rekindle from adultery, from you know, a slip. You know, I ain't knocking none of them. You know, hey, all power to you, man. If you guys, some even get stronger, become stronger, because they know the importance of it. You know, the importance of what they lost or what could they had lost. And some relationships, they can thrive off that. And that's always like a thorn on the side. Like you're always going to remember that. So to go forward, to not make that mistake again. Look at your past for knowledge, not to dwell. And some thrive, some get stronger. Me, my opinion, a cheater always a cheater. I don't know. I've never been married, so I don't know. I've been in not many, but a couple long relationships, and like I said, got cheated on, but I was doing the same, so I can't speak of that. But I could kind of say that, is it gonna cross your mind all the time? You know, that person, if that person cheats, is it gonna cross your mind a lot every time that person leaves, or you can't find that person, or that person ain't around? Is it gonna cross your mind? Like, it is, like, it's gonna cross your mind. Oh, she did it before. It's, I don't know. It's gonna be torture, I think, in your head thinking like that. It is. That's how I see it. Maybe, like I said, I'm just speaking opinion. I ain't saying my ain't fucking, official therapy officially. No, it's just my opinion. And like I said, I've seen relationships grow stronger from adultery, from cheating, or whatever it was, disloyalty, because they know the importance. Like that line comes up, don't know what you got till you lose it. And that could be the case. So I don't know. Cheaters, know your situation and don't be surprised. I mean, I know friends, best friends that are no longer best friends. And Bob Marley, there's songs about that. Bob Marley talks about, I forgot I think it's Rat Race, only your best friend knows your secrets. Only them they could expose it. That comes from Bob Marley right there. A legend. He knew. He knows. So nobody's exempt from this. Nobody's exempt from this law, from this betrayal, from this emotion. And it depends however you want to play it. Maybe I got to be more forgiving, humble. I don't know, but those that listen, let me know. Is it the same? Is it the same? Once you guys rekindled, or forgiving a cheater or someone disloyal, is it the same? Or no? There's, and also in 40 Laws of Power, there's a story right here. I wrote it real quick, so I got a little bit of the facts probably wrong, but it's history. When he talked about your enemy, how you want to approach it. Well, this happened in China, long time ago. Two emperors that had a rivalry. They just hated each other. They had, oh my God, they say it's like they couldn't be in the same room. They just hated each other, and they went to war. They battled tooth and nail, lost men, everybody. They hated each other. Well, one of the emperors, I didn't even want to write down their names because their names are, I can't pronounce Chinese, but one of the emperors won and captured the other leader, imprisoned him, put him in a cell, and So everybody thought, what do you do to your enemy? You crush him, behead him, whatever. What they used to do back then. Everybody thought that's what he was gonna do. His advisors were even telling him like, "Hey, when are you gonna behead this guy? You know, you got to get rid of him now. You know, you're kind of telling you're kind of showing your people what you know that wait, we sacrificed all this, we won, but you're still have this guy in prison living." But he was this general. He was smart, you know. He was. I mean, not me at that time. I probably would have like, yeah, kill him. You know, he tried to kill me. He killed a lot of my soldiers, but he was keen. This emperor was keen. He was smart. He didn't let rashness overtake his thoughts, which, you know, rash thoughts. We're fast. Us as human, we're fast to react. We act rationally, quick. When someone does something wrong to us, we quick to just react rationally. It takes a stronger person to just, you know what? Let me hold back. Let me focus. Let me reflect and how to approach this. That takes a lot of patience, a lot of strength. I don't got that. I don't. And I wish I had it. I wish I could just be like, you know what? I'm working on it though. There's times when, you know, somebody bumps into me or somebody scuffs my shoes and, you know, I want to react and, hey, what's the matter? You didn't, you know, but no, I don't. I'm like, you know what? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe, you know. So, I mean, practice that. I think patience is the best. So this general, he's like, no, just telling his advisors, no, you know what? Wait up. You know, let me reflect. Let me grow from this. Let me see what I can do. Let me, you know, he was, man, now that I think about it, this guy was like super like smart, man. How can I take advantage, level up from this? You know, maybe we should see it like that whenever somebody from an enemy, instead of like acting all rationally, oh, you know what? F that person, fuck them. You know, he betrayed me, whatever. Nah, fuck that. Why not look at it, reflect? You know what? All right, this person did this to me, but how can I, knowing what that person's about, how can I benefit from this? You know, so yeah, he was he reflected. He like no to his advisors, everything. He goes, no, wait. So he ended up, instead of sending someone down there to behead him or something, he invited him to dinner with him to the top. This leader invited his rival enemy to have dinner with him. Cleaned him up, gave him a nice robe, everything. Bring him up. Take off the locks, chains, everything. Bring him up, man. He's gonna eat right here with me. And he did, and the other general was surprised, you know. He thought he was getting, you know, cleaned up to get beheaded. And he was surprised. He was still in shock when they took off the chains and they took him up, and like, oh, this can't be real. You know, this guy's my enemy. I hate this guy. Or I know he hates me. I killed a lot of his soldiers. And he went. He probably thought it was like, well, the last meal here kind of thing. Before execution. You know, the last meal. That's what he probably thought too. So he gets up there and he sees this big old feast. He eats. And this general told him, I want you to, you know, be on my side. And that guy it's history right there. The most loyal soldier that guy ever had. The enemy. The enemy became his most loyal. Why? Probably because, dang, he spared my life. You know, and he became the most loyal soldier, dedicated the guy. I wouldn't be able to trust him. Maybe he would have tried to stab me in the back as a Julius Caesar and Brutus kind of act when I turned my back. But no, he trusted him, and he became his most loyal soldier in his army. And that's history right there. That happened really back in Chinese history. Look into it. If you guys want, I'll put the names in there so you guys could check it out. But that actually happened. And I could talk from experience, kind of, from incarceration. When I got incarcerated, your enemies become your friends in there. Your enemies that you're out here with, that you're fighting tooth and nail, them killing your homeboys, you're killing them. You see them on sight, you're going at it with them, like ready, just to take them out. You go in there, you can't play that. You can't play that in there, in incarceration. You can't play that. Those that know, you can't play that. You can't. You gotta leave that street stuff out there, and you gotta. This ain't saying you gotta be best friends with them, but you can't do nothing. You can't fight them. You can't do nothing. Somebody you would quickly fight, take out there, whatever. You can't do nothing to them right there. And I'm gonna tell you, I got to know some of those so-called enemies, street enemies. I got to know them in there. And guess what, man? They became like cool. We became cool as hell. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the respect, like the respect level you guys have for each other. Or maybe you guys just never, you guys know about each other. So I don't know. It's just, you get to know them real good. And I'm telling you, I became real good friends with so-called my street enemies in there. Cool as hell. And they know. And I think everybody could relate. You just, I don't know. You just get to know them. And so I could talk about that experience right there. Someone that was an enemy, I got to know them, and next thing you know, they became real cool. And hey, no lie, some got out before me. Those enemies, some got out before me and wrote me, sent me a letter. The enemies did. Not a homeboy straight from my hood who, the enemy got out, wrote me. The one, wrote me. Hey, what's up, big dog? Woo. Hey, I told you I had you. What's up? What do you need? Next thing you know, I got like $40 on my books from him, from a so-called enemy in the streets. So, everybody knows. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate who got in there. So that's what this Chinese emperor did. He goes, maybe I could use this guy. I know what he's about. I know how strong and dedicated. Imagine if, I could get this guy on my side, how strong and powerful this guy is. Maybe, what if I could get him on my side? That's how he looked at it, this Chinese emperor. He goes, man, if I could get this guy on my side, I'll be unstoppable. It was a risk. Like I said, it was a risk, but he took it. He probably seen it, the risk was worth it. And boom, it showed you. And that's how it happened in there. I got to know him, and I got to know my enemy, and next thing you know, we're cool. We don't worry about the streets, nothing. But, to each its own, because you also run into people in there and they still have that street mentality. So, you approach that person with the street mentality too. Oh, you don't want to fuck with me? I don't fuck with you, straight up, you know. But if two people are like, focused, patient, all right, we know what we're about, we know. And I'll tell you this, like that, I think it's also the respect. I think a lot of respect. Like if oh man, I know this guy in the streets, this guy used to do this and that, and he knows about you, that's already, a respect level. Like, man, it's good to know you. I know what you're in your head. You're like, yeah, I know what you're about, but you know what I mean? So it's a respect level. Even when you, those that know, when you get in a fight with someone, you quickly get that respect level. Quick. Even win or lose, you get that respect level. You stood up to a person. So, yeah, but I want to get out of the real topic. We all, can an enemy be trusted? Can it be rekindled? Can somebody who betrayed you, family members, if they ask for forgiveness, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Whoa, I was whatever. I'm pretty sure we all heard that. Many excuses. Can you 100% rekindle that relationship? I gave you different scenarios, different quotes, good and bad, advantages that can come from an enemy, from somebody who betrayed you, and downfalls also that can come from, letting that enemy back in your circle, that betrayer back in your circle. Your whole aurora messes up. It can mess up your whole aurora, your whole, your whole reputation. Oh, wait, this guy or this her did that, and he's still doing with that person. Oh man. Yeah. And that's when you gotta be strong-minded. Don't think about what other people think. Just, hey, if it's cool with you, if you're fine with it, then do it. If it's worth it, do it, man. Don't worry about what people gotta say. No, don't. They're gonna talk anyways. People are gonna talk anyways. I talked about that on a few episodes back about they're just people that just love to talk. So you're gonna get it anyways. Regardless if you're talking, if you're doing good or bad, you're still gonna be spoken of. So just do it, man. Whatever. If you feel you can rekindle, you can be cool about it, then fine. But if you're not, then don't. Like I said, I can't. It's difficult. It's difficult for me to bring somebody in that circle or that trust level. But I'm open. I'm open. I gotta be. You gotta be open. You can't walk around with hate and what's the best? And like they say, with the best revenge is not letting it affect you. Just walk. Silence. Silence is the best revenge. Oh, look, it ain't affecting this person. Oh, man. Just happy. And especially with the smile. Living. Life is too short, man, to worry about somebody dictating your whole behavior. Celebrate a betrayal because it was exposed and you don't have that disease in your life anymore. Celebrate it. Don't stress on it. That person's got to be happy seeing you miserable, seeing you stressed. Celebrate it that it's gone, that it was exposed. And, that's however you want to take it. I'm just, like I said, I got foundation. There's good and bad, however you want to take it. Yeah, so it was cool that I hope everybody got a little knowledge from this course. Those that that can relate or are absorbing this knowledge, use it wisely. Those that don't think it's bullshit, hey, more power to you. Keep walking in blindness and keep getting that knife in your back. Keep getting played, but you gotta keep your eyes wide open. Acknowledge. So thank you for joining me on this discourse of the Orti. It was good. I think it was good education. Share it, like. Thank you for the viewers. Thank you for watching. Next time, you guys got more. Oh my God! Best revenge is success. Sheesh. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. For sure. Oh, okay. I thought it meant something else. Like best revenge is like something else, like doing something harm. But yeah, for sure, man. Best revenge is success, man. Happiness. They gotta know whoever that they lost. Keep grinding. And always look back. Not for to dwell on it, but to learn. To learn and to apply it. So thank you for watching. And remember, on YouTube, just search the Orti. It's on there. I got got like about 9 episodes there already. Check them out. Like, share. On Facebook, MT Radio. Like and share. And next Monday, I promise, I'm going to get into my books because the 4th one is coming out. It's about Commander Shug, an army commando who gets betrayed by the country he loves and gets mixed up in the mafia and becomes successful and tries to get recruited by those that know what the Rabia, the the Noche organizations, the vampire samurais and the guerrillas. But I don't know. Does Commander Shug accept or doesn't he? Does he, his army join the exquisite Noche organization, the Orti? I don't know. Got to check it out, but it's really good. Hopefully in a couple weeks it'll be out. My book just came out also. They're on Barnes & Noble too. So if you guys have a account there, they're there also. Amazon, they're there. Hey, it's Prime Day tomorrow. So hey, boom, free delivery. Check them out, man. But keep aware. I'm gonna have to start coming out with like an ending kind of saying. You know what I mean? A good ending saying to the. That will just boom. A good intellectual saying. I'm going to have to look into that. If you guys have any ideas, hit me up, man. But right now, remember, keep wary, be cautious. And however, you want to treat everybody like a friend, treat everybody like an enemy, so you won't be surprised by anything, go ahead. I apply that. I like that. But just be wary also. Because being too close to an enemy, that person could be also playing the game too. So, play it like chess. Boom, boom. Each piece has a maneuver. Think 5 steps ahead. All right, man. Peace. Love you guys. See you guys Monday.
Comunícate al teléfono en cabina 844 MT Radio y en las redes sociales.